I'm Big Will Levinson, and it's time to talk sports. The Jackalopes are back at home for game one of a three-game series with the NoCo Owls. Another beautiful night at Saplesio Field, and it's always a beautiful night when the ace himself, Justin Kleinsorge, is on the mound. Last time we saw Kleinsorge, he pitched a no-hitter through 8 innings. Not quite the same performance last night, but still, like always, Justin was locked in. 8 strikeouts on the night for Kleinsorge, just 3 hits and 0 runs given up in his first 5 innings. But how about some fielding? Matt Golda bobbles the ball but stays cool, calm, and collected as he tosses it to Andrew Meggs to end the inning. Bottom third, well, the Owls, they can field too. Jake Cruz bounced it to Kevin Jimenez, who scoops and tosses to Peyton Robertson, who lasers it to first for the 4-6-3 double play. And send us to the fourth. And in the fourth, with the Lopes up 1-0, Andrew Meggs hits a chopper through center, and strolling on in from third comes Ron Washington Jr. to give the Lopes the 2-0 lead. In the fifth, same score, 2 outs, ball hit foul to right. Jalen Hubbard goes to chase, and he is chasing, and he makes the grab at the wall to end the inning. Heck of an effort by the Pioneer League All-Star to keep this game 2-0. But could the Lopes hold off the Owls? And yes, they could. Lopes actually got down 3-2 in the 6th, but held a 1-run lead heading into the 8th inning. And in the 8th inning, the Bats got hot. 3-run score to give the Lopes some cushion and give them enough to get the big win and tie the Owls in the standings. Game 2 of the 3-game series is on tonight at 6:35. The high school football season is finally underway, and it is heating up. On our first game of the season, well, it was a night to forget for the Grand Junction Tigers on Friday. GJ lost 32-0 to Pueblo West on a night they failed to limit the turnovers and special teams miscues. Despite the hiccup to start the year, still plenty of games to bounce back for the Tigers, including this Friday in Glenwood Springs. And speaking of Friday, oh boy, what a Friday we have coming this week. Friday Night Frenzy returns to the airwaves this Friday as every team in the state is in action this week. Grand Junction takes on Glenwood. Palisade faces Roosevelt. Coleridge takes on Steamboat Springs, and Delta faces University, and more. We will have all the coverage, highlights, and reaction. And even before Friday comes the biggest game in the Valley so far, a rivalry as Fruita takes on Central at Stoker Stadium, and we will have full live coverage and highlights from that one on Thursday. High school football is here, and we've got you covered. The Denver Broncos have begun the Sean Payton era with a pair of preseason losses. But even though they're 0-2, it's not for lack of signs of progression from the offense. We caught a glimpse of Russell Wilson's dynamic rushing ability on Saturday, including this impressive 17-yard third down scramble. Russ totaled 25 yards on the ground and 24 yards through the air in this one. But in the end, it was the right leg of Jake Moody that broke the Broncos' hearts and handed them back-to-back 1-point losses. But even though the loss won't count towards the Broncos' regular season output, the team is still focused on building a winning culture.
Just because it's not a part of our regular season record doesn't mean that it doesn't matter to us. Every time we step on that field, we expect to win. And winning is something that we have to get used to around here in order to bring that into our culture. So I feel like it's really good by coach to just make that a point of emphasis, whether it's a preseason game or not. When we're out there, we got to win.
Well, it won't be long until winning does truly matter. Week 1 versus the Raiders on September 10th is only 20 days away. That's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.